Hello, Dave Guerra here from Dave the IT Guy podcast with another video for you. In this video, we're going to talk about using social media tools as a tool during any disaster recovery operation. So let's get started. First off, stakeholders. Who are they? Well, they come in two forms, internal and external. They are your organization's vendors, suppliers, customers, clients, contractors, and employees. Each stakeholder has a genuine interest in ensuring the success of the organization, and by knowing and understanding that fact, the organization then not only has a duty but a responsibility to deliver the necessary information to every stakeholder, no matter what level of interest they have in the company, every time in any situation. Okay, so when it comes to implementing a disaster recovery business continuity plan, the organization will have to choose a venue or two by which it will communicate to its stakeholders. The telephone is certainly not the go-to venue anymore. The last thing anybody wants to do is to be answering the phone in the middle of a hurricane or repeating the same information 100 or more times a day. Having the right tools at your disposal to communicate to everyone will not only help you keep you sane during the middle of a hurricane, but it will empower all your stakeholders in that they will know what's going on. Therefore, with the growth of social media tools, the ability to communicate and empower your stakeholders now has never been better than, well, it's just never been better than it is now. Deciding which tools to use may be one of the most difficult tasks that you or your organization may encounter when building a disaster recovery business continuity plan. There are plenty of tools out there, and you might find the right one on your first attempt, or you might have to continue to look for the right one and find it after numerous attempts. There's no need to worry, though, as there are plenty of old and new tools for you to pick and choose from. By far, some of the oldest and maybe not so convenient ways of communicating with stakeholders before, during, or after a natural or man-made disaster is using email, text messaging, and updating a website. Each is effective in its own way. Don't get me wrong, it's very effective, but they may be a little too time-consuming when all an organization has is minutes or seconds. Email gives the user the ability to broadcast plenty of information and attachments over a short period of time. A concern, however, is that of email limitations. These limitations are such as those that are imposed by the software or the email administrator. This is in an effort to prevent spamming or sending oversized files that can bog down systems that are ideally designed for small payloads, such as simple email messages. Text messaging gives the user the ability to communicate on the go with short, simple messages. Communicating via text messaging can be very time-consuming as the broadcasting ability may be limited. This, in most cases, means that the user will have to send individual messages to all stakeholders to keep everyone informed. However, the user might not be too thrilled to pay those overage fees that an extended disaster recovery process might bring along. Updating a website may be effective and relatively easy when it comes to disseminating plenty of information to a lot of people very quickly. However, the issue of having the time available in order to properly format, connect, upload, and verify an updated web page might not be a possible reality once a hurricane or severe weather event strikes. This now brings us to some new options: Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, and blogs. While web-based, they are also by far some of the most easiest and convenient ways to communicate with all stakeholders. Their accessibility from almost any PC makes them an invaluable tool. Additionally, with any web-based smartphone, information can be updated from almost anywhere in almost any situation at almost any time. Short for weblogs, blogs have been around for quite a while and are now very easy to set up, format, or not format at all, and use. By logging in, the user can update the current situation or accompany the status update with a photograph or two, all within a matter of seconds. Using the MySpace service allows for quick and easy updating. Interface applications can be found for the most popular web-enabled smartphones such as the iPhone or Palm Treo phones. Much like a blog, the user can update current situation and even solicit immediate feedback from those following the user. Non-followers will only get access to the updates provided that the account is not protected. Now, this takes us to Facebook. While relatively easy and quick to set up, it does come at a price. Facebook is a free service. The price is that stakeholders that wish to be notified by the organization will have to be friends with the organization prior to the launch of any disaster recovery business continuity plan. This is not advisable, especially when the Facebook user is in the middle of a hurricane, and it is not the best time to be friending people in order to get the word out. While a very effective tool, it is one of those that needs a lot of work to be done up front and throughout the process in order to be successful. Twitter is probably the newest tool in the shed. It offers any user the ability to communicate to the world 140 characters at a time. Much like MySpace and Facebook, people can follow you and you can follow them, but it is not necessary in order to share information. Only 140 characters for use, the service offers the ability to post links to, well, by which stakeholders can view images, download documents, or read more detailed information about the situation of the organization. Like the other services, Twitter is easily accessible via any internet-connected PC or web-enabled smartphone. No matter which tool or tools you or your organization decides to use, the positives will definitely outweigh the negatives. Knowing when your doors will be open for business or when an operator will be standing by is a surefire way to keep your customers happy. It will also keep your suppliers happy because they will know when and where they can start delivering their product to you and at your location. Above all, your employees. They'll want to know when it's time to report back to work. Therefore, when building the disaster recovery business continuity plan, keeping the conversation between you and your stakeholders open will certainly go a long way towards everyone returning to normalcy as soon as possible. There you go. Taking the time to find the right tools to communicate with your stakeholders is priceless. Remember, doing a little now will go a long way towards retaining existing customers and clients and do wonders when it comes to recruiting new clients, as they will have an online record of how you communicated with everyone as part of the disaster recovery phase of your plan. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns on how you or your organization can build and implement a disaster recovery business continuity plan, please don't hesitate. Drop me an email at dave@daveguerra.com. Until next time, I thank you for your time. This is Dave Guerra. Take care.